John Elway. The name alone conjures images of gridiron greatness, of unforgettable moments under the brightest lights, and of a man whose legacy is forever etched in the annals of football history. For decades, Elway has been synonymous with the Denver Broncos, but his story is so much more than just statistics and championships. The name echoes through NFL history. He's a legend. But what makes a legend? Is it the roar of the crowd, the weight of the trophies, or the respect of your peers? For Elway, it was all of these and something deeper. He became a symbol of hope for a city, a beacon for fans who believed that anything was possible as long as he was under center. He's a two-time Super Bowl champion. Those victories didn't come easy. They were the culmination of years of heartbreak, near misses, and relentless pursuit. Elway's journey to the top was paved with adversity, but he never let setbacks define him. Instead, he used them as fuel, driving himself and his team to reach new heights. But more than that, he's the ultimate comeback kid. Time and again, when the odds were stacked against him, Elway delivered. His fourth-quarter heroics became the stuff of legend, earning him a reputation as one of the most clutch performers in NFL history. Fans and teammates alike knew that as long as Elway had the ball, no game was ever truly out of reach. Elway's story is about perseverance, about never giving up, and about defining your own success. He faced criticism, injuries, and the pressure of carrying a franchise on his shoulders. Yet through it all, he remained steadfast, always striving to be better, always pushing the limits of what was possible. He wasn't just a great quarterback, he was a leader who elevated everyone around him. Teammates looked to him for guidance, for inspiration, and for the confidence to believe in themselves. Elway's leadership extended beyond the field. He set the tone in the locker room, in practice, and in the community. Elway's journey began long before the bright lights of the Super Bowl. His path to greatness started in the most humble of places, where dreams are born and shaped by hard work and determination. Before he was a household name, he was just a kid with a football and a vision. It started on the fields of Washington State, where his love for football blossomed. Under the gray skies and in the cool Pacific Northwest air, Elway learned the fundamentals of the game. He played with a passion and intensity that set him apart, even as a teenager. Coaches and scouts quickly took notice of his arm strength, his poise, and his unyielding drive to win. From a young age, Elway had a gift. He was more than just another talented athlete. He was a prodigy, someone who seemed destined for greatness. His father, Jack Elway, was a football coach, and together they spent countless hours studying the game, breaking down plays, and honing John's skills. That early mentorship laid the foundation for everything that was to come. He could throw the football like a rocket. His arm strength was legendary, even in high school and college. Scouts marveled at his ability to make throws that others wouldn't even attempt. But it wasn't just about power. Elway had touch, accuracy, and a football IQ that set him apart from his peers. He was a natural athlete with a fierce determination to win. Whether it was on the football field, the baseball diamond, or in the classroom, Elway approached every challenge with the same relentless energy. He thrived under pressure, always seeking out the toughest competition and rising to the occasion when it mattered most. But his story is more than just talent. It's about the setbacks, the disappointments, and the moments when giving up might have seemed easier. Elway faced his share of adversity, losses, injuries, and critics who doubted whether he could ever win the big one. Each time he responded with resilience and an unbreakable spirit. It's about hard work, dedication, and a will to overcome any obstacle. John Elway's rise to fame wasn't just about natural ability, it was about the hours spent in the gym, the sweat poured into every practice, and the unwavering belief that greatness is earned, not given. His journey is a testament to what's possible when talent meets determination, and when a dream is pursued with everything you have. John Elway was born to lead. From his earliest days, there was a spark in him, a drive that set him apart from other kids his age. Growing up in a household where football was more than just a game, it was a way of life. John was surrounded by the sights and sounds of the sport from the moment he could walk. The living room was often filled with the hum of televised games, and the backyard became his first training ground, where he would toss a football for hours, dreaming of the big stage. His father, Jack, a football coach himself, instilled in him a love for the game and an unwavering work ethic. Jack Elway was more than just a parent. He was a mentor, a motivator, and John's first coach. He taught John that success wasn't just about talent but about dedication, discipline, and the willingness to put in the hard work when no one else was watching. Jack's coaching philosophy was simple. Always give your best, respect your teammates, and never back down from a challenge. Jack Elway pushed his son to be the best, but he also taught him the importance of teamwork and sportsmanship. He believed that football was a team game, and that no single player could win alone. These lessons shaped John's approach to sports and to life. Whether it was running drills in the backyard or watching game film together late into the night, Jack made sure John understood that leadership meant lifting others up, not just shining on your own. Growing up, John excelled in multiple sports. He wasn't just a football prodigy, he was a natural athlete, gifted with speed, agility, and a competitive spirit that drove him to succeed in whatever he tried. On the baseball diamond, the basketball court, or the football field, John's athleticism was impossible to ignore. Coaches and teammates alike marveled at his ability to pick up new skills quickly and his relentless drive to improve. He was a standout baseball player, even drafted by the Kansas City Royals. Scouts saw in him the makings of a professional athlete regardless of the sport. His arm strength, quick reflexes, and leadership on the field made him a top prospect. For a time it seemed like John might choose the path of a Major League Baseball star, and the offers he received were a testament to his rare talent. But football was his true passion. The energy, the strategy, the camaraderie of the gridiron called to him in a way nothing else could. Friday nights under the lights became the highlight of his week, and every snap, every pass, every touchdown fueled his love for the game. John's competitive fire burned brightest on the football field, where he could command the huddle and lead his team to victory. At Stanford University, Elway became a college football icon. He arrived on campus with high expectations, and he didn't disappoint. From his very first game, it was clear that Stanford had landed a generational talent. Elway's arm strength, quick decision-making, and poise under pressure set him apart from his peers. He quickly became the face of the program, drawing national attention and filling stadiums with fans eager to witness his next big play. He led the Cardinal with his arm and his legs, electrifying fans with his dazzling plays. Whether he was launching a deep pass downfield or scrambling to avoid defenders, Elway's athleticism and football IQ made him a nightmare for opposing defenses. His ability to improvise and make something out of nothing became his trademark, and his highlight reel moments were the talk of college football. He wasn't just throwing touchdowns, he was orchestrating comebacks and leading his team with a fire in his eyes. Time and again, Elway rallied his teammates from behind, refusing to let adversity define them. His leadership was evident in the way he inspired those around him, demanding excellence but always leading by example. Teammates trusted him, coaches relied on him, and fans believed in him. Even though Stanford didn't win a national championship during his time there, Elway's talent was undeniable. He faced tough competition and heartbreaking losses, but he never let setbacks diminish his resolve. Instead, each challenge only fueled his determination to get better, to push harder, and to keep chasing greatness. His college career was filled with unforgettable moments, and his legacy at Stanford would inspire generations of players to come. He was destined for greatness. From the backyard games with his father to the bright lights of college football, every step of John Elway's journey was marked by passion, perseverance, and an unshakable belief in himself. The foundation had been laid, and the world was about to witness the rise of one of football's all-time legends. The 1983 NFL Draft was one of the most anticipated in history, and John Elway was the prize. The Baltimore Colts held the #1 pick, but there was a problem. Elway didn't want to play for the Colts. He felt they weren't the right fit for him. Elway's stand was a gamble. He used his leverage. He had been drafted by the New York Yankees in baseball. He made it clear he was willing to walk away from football if he wasn't traded. The Colts eventually agreed to a trade, sending Elway to the Denver Broncos. This trade changed everything. It altered the course of NFL history and set the stage for one of the greatest careers the game has ever seen. When John Elway first arrived in Denver, expectations were sky high. The city was buzzing with excitement, and fans hoped he would be the savior the franchise desperately needed. But Elway's early years in Denver were a true roller coaster, filled with moments of brilliance and stretches of frustration. He was a young quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but he was also learning the ropes in a league that was faster and tougher than anything he'd ever experienced before. There were incredible highs, like last-minute comebacks that left fans breathless and unforgettable touchdown drives that electrified Mile High Stadium. But there were also crushing lows, with heartbreaking losses that stung the team and its loyal supporters. Elway's journey was never easy, and every victory seemed to come with its own set of challenges. Still, Elway quickly made a name for himself. He electrified the league with his arm strength, launching deep passes that seemed to defy physics, and his uncanny ability to escape pressure. Defenders would close in, only to watch him break free and make something out of nothing. His athleticism and competitive fire made him a nightmare for opposing defenses and a hero to Broncos fans. Under his leadership, the Broncos became perennial contenders. Elway led the Broncos to 3 Super Bowl appearances in the 1980s, a feat that brought hope and pride to Denver. Each trip to the big game was a testament to his talent and determination, and the city rallied behind their quarterback, believing that their time had finally come. But each time, they fell short. The losses were devastating, not just for Elway, but for the entire Broncos community. The team was outmatched by powerhouse opponents, and the dream of a championship seemed to slip further away with every defeat. The pain of coming so close, only to fall just short, weighed heavily on Elway's shoulders. Yet, it was in these moments of heartbreak that Elway's true character began to shine. The sting of defeat didn't break him, it fueled his fire. He became even more determined, pushing himself and his teammates to work harder, to dig deeper, and to never give up on their ultimate goal. Elway's relentless drive inspired those around him, and he became the emotional leader of the team. He refused to be defined by defeat. Instead, he used every setback as motivation to improve. Whether it was a tough loss in the playoffs or a disappointing regular season, Elway always came back stronger. His resilience became legendary, and his commitment to the Broncos never wavered, even when the odds seemed insurmountable. As the years went by, Elway's career entered its twilight. Many wondered if his window for a championship had closed. But then, something magical happened. With age came wisdom, and Elway's understanding of the game deepened. He became a master strategist, able to read defenses and make split-second decisions that left opponents guessing. The arrival of a new head coach, Mike Shanahan, brought a renewed sense of purpose to the team. Together, Elway and Shanahan forged a powerful partnership, blending experience with innovation. The Broncos roster was retooled, and a new energy swept through the locker room. Elway, now a seasoned veteran, embraced his role as both leader and mentor, guiding younger players and setting the standard for excellence. This time, they were ready. The Broncos entered Super Bowl 32 with a quiet confidence, determined to rewrite their story. The team was focused, united, and hungry for victory. Elway's leadership was evident in every huddle, every play, and every word of encouragement he offered his teammates. In a thrilling showdown against the Green Bay Packers, the Broncos played with heart and determination. Elway made crucial plays, including his iconic helicopter run, sacrificing his body for the team. When the final whistle blew, the Broncos had defeated the Packers, and Elway finally hoisted the Lombardi Trophy. The moment was pure joy, a lifetime of hard work and perseverance finally rewarded. He had reached the pinnacle of his sport, standing atop the football world as a champion. The city of Denver erupted in celebration, and Elway's legacy was forever changed. He was no longer just a great quarterback, he was a Super Bowl winner, a hero who had delivered on his promise to the fans. But he wasn't done yet. Elway's hunger for success remained, and he knew the team had the talent and drive to do it again. The following season, he returned with the same determination, refusing to rest on his laurels. In a storybook ending to his career, Elway led the Broncos to another Super Bowl victory the very next year. With back-to-back championships, he cemented his legacy as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. A leader who overcame adversity, inspired a city, and brought glory to Denver. Elway's journey was one of triumphs and tribulations, but in the end it was his resilience, heart, and unwavering belief that defined him as a true legend of the game.